So on behalf of the Summit Finuas Network, I'd like to welcome you here this evening to the launch of our 2013 programme. Somebody said to me earlier, I would say a lot of people came along just to have a look at this new hotel. I think it's going to be one of the first events, so I said we'll take every advantage we can get. So it's very pleasing to see so many out here this evening, so you're all very welcome. In particular, I'd like to thank our distinguished guests, Minister for Education and Skills, Ruairi Quinn. Minister, we're very pleased you could join us this evening. We promised to offer you quite a sanguine and tranquil evening, and perhaps your more recent outings. Susan Dargan, Head of State Street Global Services in Ireland. State Street has been an active network member since it was established over 4 years ago. And as a senior leader within industry, Susan is going to provide us with some of her perspectives on the necessity of investing in people to retain that competitive advantage in that global context. I'd also like to welcome Ryan Shanks, Managing Director with Accenture Talent and Organisation. Ryan has recently published a report called Closing the Skills Gap in Ireland, and will speak to the importance of aligning talent management and business strategies. But just a few words about the network itself. Established 4 years ago, the Summit Finuas Network, it's a national network of organisations and representative associations operating in the international financial services sector. The network is dedicated to the provision of industry-specific education and training programs to the sector. It's led by a steering group which comprises of member organisations and also representative associations, including the IFIA, Irish Funds Industry Association, the Federation of International Banks in Ireland, the Dublin International Management and Insurance Association, the Irish Association of Investment Managers, and Financial Services Ireland. We know that Ireland has been successfully competing as a leading centre for international financial services for many years, now employing in excess of 32,000 people across the country. The success of Ireland in building out that infrastructure and building out that effective platform for global financial services for many years now, to some degree correlates with that ongoing availability of appropriately skilled talent within the country. However, we're all aware that the competitive landscape and environment we operate in is evolving and continues to evolve at a very rapid pace. So with the emergence of lower cost locations, all who seek to emulate what Ireland has achieved and what Ireland has done, the increasing role of regulation, the increasing role of product innovation, successfully maintaining our position as a high quality centre of relevant expertise necessitates significant and ongoing investment in skills on an ongoing basis. The network, or the Summit Finuas Network, provides a formal framework to enable companies to identify key skill requirements, both current and also emerging, across the sector. The network enables industry collaboration with educational providers to develop strategically relevant programs and qualifications with the specific aim of deepening and building new capabilities and competencies. Since its inception, the network has supported the delivery of over 340 courses and programs, which have been accessed by over 220 international financial services organisations and 4,000 participants in that time. In addition to these specialised programs, the network is also committed and very aware of its role and responsibility in supporting job seekers through the provision of certified conversion programs. I'd like to acknowledge the support of both the Department of Education and Skills and SkillsNet in making all of this possible for the network. The provision of funding from the National Training Fund through the Department and managed by SkillNet, combined with member funding, not only enables broader access to learning opportunities, but critically has provided a viable environment to develop and make available these high-quality programs. I want to acknowledge the role of Alan Newsom, CEO of SkillsNet, and Tracy Donnery, Programme Manager from SkillNet, for their active guidance to the network over the last 4 years. I also want to thank the network steering group, who perform an advisory, governance and oversight role on behalf of the network and the network's members, all done on a completely voluntary basis. And finally, a special word of appreciation to Brian McMahon, our network manager, and Louise Ryan, our network executive, who are responsible basically for the ongoing running of our network, including tendering process, vendor management, and promotion of courses and programs to members. And the work done by Brian and Louise is always carried out to the highest professional standards and, to be honest, with minimal fuss. And there's no question that the network couldn't operate without their support and without their work. So on behalf of the Network Steering Group, we invite you to learn more about our programme for 2013. And if you haven't already done so, we would invite you to consider joining or becoming a member, you or your organisation, and participating as a member in the